In this video, we're going to talk about losing family and friends along the spiritual journey as you awaken. And one of the things that can happen is maybe you get a little judgmental about where that person is, and that's laced with maybe some pain and grief of having to move on from a certain relationship. Or maybe there are arguments and, you're trying to prove your point of view to someone. And what I invite you to do is to stay in your heart and remember that you were once where they are now. And it's not their fault that they haven't woken up yet. It's not their fault if they're still in the matrix. It's not their fault if they don't see the things that you now see. The way to bridge the gap is to relate with them at the level of the heart. And I remember when I first had my grand initial awakening experience, I had a conversation with my parents and kind of shared some of my new beliefs and new understandings of things. And of course, they disagreed with me, but I wasn't trying to persuade them or prove my point. I really was just sharing my new reality with them. And I had an understanding from the very beginning that if I wanted to keep healthy relationships, maintain healthy relationships with my family, that I needed to relate with them from my heart. And that's what I've done the past 2 decades. And I have beautiful relationships in my family, and I'm so grateful. And that said, I've also left many friends behind. That's been a pain point for me in my accelerated journey, is that I've been friends with many people that, we fell out of resonance, or our belief systems just no longer matched up or aligned. And you can expect that on the journey. And that might be painful for you depending on your level of sensitivity, or it may just be something that you know how to accept and deal with. For me, it's been very painful, especially romantic relationships and partnerships. Just realizing that, wow, we're really not on the same page. We're not traveling the same path. And all of that is okay. That's something that you can expect will happen on your awakening journey, that you will fall out of resonance with people, and maybe your best friends or your closest friends will no longer understand you, or you no longer understand them or be able to relate with them in the same way. You can expect that those things might happen. And I would also encourage you to not just throw those friendships away. It will become obvious to you whether or not you're able to maintain them. But it's important not to just, okay, we no longer see things the same, we can't be friends. You can still meet them at the heart level, and perhaps you can still have a relationship, but maybe it will just be different. Maybe it's not as deep or whatever. We all need people in our lives. We all need friends. We all need our family around us. And it can be easy just to kind of like wipe your hands and say, okay, I'm out. This isn't working for me anymore. But remember that we all have hearts. We all have souls. And it's important to maintain your own heart connection with yourself, and then maintain heart connections with others. And truly, even if you aren't on the same page with somebody about a certain topic, you can still maintain relationships with those people when you stay in your heart, when you relate to them from your heart space. So I hope that's helpful. That's something that I've had to work on. That's something I've had to remember, because I'm the kind of person that if something's not working for me, I'm out. I'll just move on, even if it's painful, I'll just move on. But at the same time, I'm still human. I still need friends. I still need my family. And so I've had to learn that balancing act of not throwing friendships away just because I don't feel like I can relate with them anymore. There are always points that you can find where you can relate with someone. And again, maybe the relationship won't be as deep. Maybe it won't be the same as it used to be. It won't look like the same that it used to. But that's okay. That's part of life also. It's part of maturing and growing up where you change friendships and you change the way you relate with each other. So I invite you to just, kind of take all of this in and assess yourself, where you are in your relationships, where you are with your family. And have you closed yourself off from something that is actually truly still, relevant and nourishing for you? Or, like I said before, it will be obvious if you do need to walk away, if something's just really not going to be in alignment for you moving forward. That's okay too, and I invite you to do that gently, both for yourself and for the other person, because the other person may be very confused about why your behavior is suddenly changing or why you no longer want to speak with them or whatever the case may be. Be very loving for yourself and for the other parties. If you've enjoyed these videos, I do invite you to go to creationtemple.com/donate and share something with me from your heart in the way of financial abundance, and let me know how much you appreciate these videos. Thank you so much.